This is going to be your weekly tarot and oracle relationship reading. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. We're going to take a look at the energies you may have been experiencing throughout the week, how you're feeling currently today, and a sneak peek at the following week and upcoming days. So I'm not sure how you're feeling today, but the energy has been quite up and down, and I keep saying that probably every time I film a video. You know, I look out the window one day and it's cold, it's windy, it's dreary, and then all of a sudden it's sunny, and then the next day it's rainy and it's dark, and then the next day it's sunny again. So we're having this up and down kind of vibe. So in the comments, please let me know what is going on between you and your person, your connection, or even in your own inner masculine and feminine energies. So Venus has moved into Pisces, and we did talk about that recently, where there are a lot more lovey vibes in the air. Venus is very comfortable in Pisces. So you might find yourself actually very emotional, feeling extra lovey vibes, as I said. But at the same time, you know, you can feel something brewing because of the fact that we have a lunar eclipse happening on March 25th. And again, we've got massive changes coming. You can't put your finger on it, but you know you got to leave the old behind. Pardon me, I've got a kitty cat jumping on the table, and that's why we got a shaking camera as per usual. And I have a kitty fight in the background, so please excuse that as well. But anyways, we definitely have this brewing energy and emotions all over the place. How many of you are feeling extra tired? Meaning like you need to sleep all the time, or you even having like body aches? I'm having what I would describe as like, you know, angel wing pain, you know, that feeling where like there's this something coming from the shoulder blades, and I guess the significance would be like angel wings. So if you're feeling any of those ascension symptoms, I'm not surprised. But anyways, we're going to take a look at the overall themes for this relationship reading. And we have desert. Okay, thirsty. Who's feeling thirsty? The desert can mean that something feels lost, or you're not sure of your destination. Maybe there's some illusions in regards to a mirage. I mean, the Neptune placements right now do indicate, you know, kind of being in a mirage or an illusion. And I saw a post recently that was really interesting about not getting into your head about things, not creating conflict or a story that's not true. So in regards to relationships, don't make up things that aren't true and then go head to head with your person. I mean, let yourself have some discernment, some time, and things will clear up. But interesting that the desert card would come up right away. Okay, we're going to take an angel card here just to see what else we need to know. And we have, oh, I love Archangel Michael. And you know what's so interesting? I felt Archangel Michael the other day when I heard all these sirens in town. And I don't know about you, but whenever I see a police vehicle, a fire truck, an ambulance, I think of Archangel Michael, because he is basically the highest ranking archangel who protects us. So this card says defender and protector of earth. So whenever you're going to sleep at night, try asking Archangel Michael to protect you and cut any cords that no longer serve you. So I do that in regards to protecting my energy from people who can drain me or just not necessarily need to be a part of my life anymore. This card says reveals truth, restores faith, reassurance, strength, courage, resolve, and cutting cords, like I said. So sometimes if you need to cut cords, you can just imagine yourself protected in whatever kind of bubble you would like or whatever color you would like to imagine. And, you know, ask Archangel Michael to protect you. This card says, call on me when you feel afraid, lonely, in despair, or in need of courage and protection. Now, this can indicate a connection to sapphires, the day Sunday, and of course, trust. Well, what do I say every day? Trust the process, right? So Archangel Michael is definitely a very strong energy. Now, let's take a look also at this deck here. Let's see what we need to know. Okay, we have beginner's mind, first breath. It's kind of interesting. It's almost like something is starting, you know, and we're not there yet, but we're getting there. Right now, we're in the early stages of something. So that being said, let's get right into the cards. We're going to look at what's going on in your headspace, your person's headspace, your heart space, excuse me, their heart space, overall energy and underlying energy. And of course, feel free to swap sides if it makes more sense. Now, we're going to start with the before tarot. And these are the energies you may have been experiencing throughout the previous days. So let's see what's been going on in your headspace. Okay, the Five of Wands. Interesting. This is about conflict. How many of you have had conflict in your mind? Maybe that inner battle about that Neptune energy that's maybe got illusions, or you're making things up in your mind, or you're in self-preservation mode. Be very careful with that right now. Okay, so Five of Wands is sort of the beginning stages of conflict. And funny, we had the card here, beginner's mind. So what are you brewing in your mind space? The Ten of Swords is something that's dead, done, and over with. It's almost like you're preparing for the end. You're preparing for the end so that you can have the new. And we always get the Ten of Swords. We get a lot of tens in these readings. Now let's take a look at what's going on in your person's headspace. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. You know, I feel like every week we have a continuation of the same story. And that is the masculine energy is in the process of tending to their garden. You know, this is like the idea that you're going to harvest. You're just not going to harvest overnight. And this is truly a trust the process kind of vibe. Yeah, there could be some worry and anxiety, but this is basically saying doing the work will bring the reward. So let's see what else we need to know. We have, the Two of Swords. Okay, so your person is in a, am I in the old, am I in the new kind of vibe? Things are changing. They're shifting. And basically it comes down to a decision. So in your heart space, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so this is inviting you to feel good in your own skin. Self-worth, self-value, and self-respect. I like this energy because it means focus on your growth, right? We all know that we can't solve it for somebody else. I bring my best, you bring your best kind of vibes. So this basically is encouraging you to be in your best energy so that you can bring your best. Now with that, we have the Knight of Swords. This is the difficulty. You do want to move forward quickly. There's a part of you that says you want to rush the process. You've got a lot of ideas. You want to move forward. At the same time, you've got to have patience. And again, I always have to clarify the word patience. You know, I get a lot of comments on my videos that say, you know, I'm so tired of waiting. I don't want to wait. And my advice is never to wait. You're not here to wait on anybody. You have to live your life. You have to trust the process. If things are going to happen, they're going to happen. But as long as you're waiting, you're going to continue waiting. Now, in your person's heart space, we have the Four of Swords. So again, I think this is repeating messages from the previous weeks, and that is they are healing. They're healing past traumas, triggers, hurts, old situations that no longer serve. And that's why, again, it's trusting the process. I always say it's not just trust the process. You have to trust their process. You have to respect the process. You have to respect their process, right? Everybody has different ways of doing things or healing and timelines. So the Ace of Wands is a purpose and a passion and a spark. So it's almost like your person is about to grab that new energy, right? Have that brand new beginning here with a new purpose. So let's take a look at the overall energy here between the two of you previously. And there was the Five of Cups. Here's the thing. Look at the little kitty cat here in the I was gonna say in the video, in the picture. The energy here is crying over spilled milk. You know, a bit of sadness and grief. And by the way, we have two fives. 5-5 is tower moments, right? Big changes ahead. And with that, we have here the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is an energy of possible deception, fear, wearing a false self mask, and maybe not saying how one truly feels, maybe holding back certain things. So the underlying energy is the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is about leaving the comfort zone. So the whole world right now is in his hands, and he's got a decision to make. Again, is he in the old? Is he in the new? Now, obviously, this is not about gender. This is for anyone. But in general, a lot of decisions are being made right now to leave the comfort zone. And you know what I always say? If the comfort zone's so comfortable, why do we want to leave it? So 2-2 could also be an angel number that you're seeing. And look, here's the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. Gosh, we see this card all the time too. And look, 9-9. We're really getting strong angel numbers today. So again, testing us, right? Are we in the old? Are we in the new? So let's take a look with the current tarot. Now, this is a deck that I haven't used very much. It's brand new. And I love the imagery on these cards. It basically is regarding spirit animals. So every tarot card has a different animal attached to it. I was really drawn to the owl because owls are knowledge and wisdom and communication. And of course, butterflies are transformation. So let's take a look at the current energy in your headspace. And we have the sun, and I love that. It's a bluebird. Your plans will work out well, bringing you happiness, prosperity, and success. You'll garner the recognition for your accomplishments you so richly deserve. So the sun is a yes card. It is the happiest card in the deck. So essentially, you know, this is telling you forward motion. Everything's going to be okay. The sun always rises. And with that, we have the star, and the star is healing. And here's the Oriole. You're about to take a big leap forward with your life. Worry will be replaced with optimism, fear with hope, and joy is coming home to roost. So what a beautiful card, because the star is healing. It's rest, it's rejuvenation. It could even be falling in love or deeper love. Now, you got the sun and the star. Those are major arcana. So those are major themes that are going on in your headspace right now. Okay, so in your person's headspace, we have the Six of Fire, which is basically the Six of Wands, which is victory. And here's the rescue dog, mixed breed. You may receive a promotion, be chosen for a scholarship, or find that you're singled out for special recognition. You've done an amazing job and you deserve all the attention. So notice how I mentioned to you that your person was in the process of finding their purpose. They're going through the stages of, you know, new adventures. And look, here is the victory that's coming in their headspace. Because essentially, they have to believe it in order to achieve it. I know that sounds cheesy, but it's always the belief system that matters most. You know, anybody can say whatever they want, but do they believe it? And if they believe it, they will manifest it. Now, with that, we have the Knight of Air. Now, that's the Knight of Swords that we just talked about in your heart space. So you two do have some mirroring going on here. This is the thoroughbred horse. Get ready for progress to speed up. This situation requires you to choose logic and intellect over emotion and make your decisions quickly. So here's the thing. In your previous days, you were wanting to move quicker. You were probably 10 steps ahead of your person. And you always have to remember that you're not on the same timeline. You can't speed things up just because you want them to be that way. So remember that trusting the process, living your life will bring the results that you want, because now your person is in the energy that says, maybe I'm going to move a little quicker than I normally do. So in your heart space, we have here the Three of Air. This is interesting because the Three of Air is the Three of Swords, and that is a bit of sadness. Now this is the rose-breasted grosbeak. Sadness is a part of life, but you don't have to endure it alone. You may need a little time to heal, but once you work your way through the emotions, you'll be stronger than before. How many of you have been feeling like you're very emotional lately? You know, maybe there's some sadness creeping in from the past or some nostalgia that makes you, I don't know, reminisce a little bit about things that have happened in your life. Again, I've been talking so much lately about the end of an era. And even if you're over those things of the past, sometimes there is an acceptance or a grief that is necessary. So please understand that sadness is a part of life, but you can't let it linger either, right? So you feel it and you get over it. I know it takes time, but you've got to make the effort to leave that old era behind. Now with that in your heart space is the Five of Fire, the Five of Wands. We had that at the very beginning. So you still have some conflict within you. This is the Ram card. That's Aries energy. I have a feeling that's linked to the eclipse energy that's coming through very soon. This says, occasionally you may experience clashes with others. If you decide the matter is worth your energy, then do what you can to minimize the conflict without sacrificing your goals or beliefs. I always talk about choosing your battles wisely. Like, I'm never going to pick a battle that I'm not going to win. And so sometimes you really have to choose. Now, I always look at it like a tug of war. You can't have a tug of war with someone if someone lets go on the other side. Or you can't sit on a teeter-totter if someone isn't on the other side. So don't engage in something that's going to blow up into something worse if, you know, you don't want to have that fight. So you do have some conflict within you. And it's kind of funny because, not funny, but it's interesting that your headspace is actually about saying yes and healing. Yet it's your heart that's lingering. You know, they always say the longest journey is from the head to the heart. Now, in your person's heart space, we have the Queen of Earth. And I'm not surprised. There's the beautiful rabbit. This is the Belgian hare. So you will be given advice that's both practical and creative, and it should be followed precisely. Focus upon the positive in every situation or purpose. So this is an energy that is thoughtful, caring, creative, ingenious. I mean, rabbits all signal new beginnings, fertility, birthing a whole new cycle. So it's kind of interesting because I feel like this person or you on this side here, you're kind of in your heart space. Like you're very emotional right now. You're thinking that maybe things won't align. And yet on your person's side, there's this beautiful new beginning, or there's this acknowledgement of moving forward, of purpose and passion. And again, you have to trust the process and trust their process. So with that, we have the Page of Fire. Interesting. This is the Page of Wands. Energetic, outgoing, optimistic, creative. This is the Monarch Butterfly. So creative opportunities that you feel passionate about are fluttering your way. Personal growth and broadened horizons will spark fresh and original ideas. Your person is sparked. Look at this wand energy. 6 of Wands, Ace of Wands, Page of Wands. This is really nice about throwing caution to the wind, enjoying life, having victory, trying new things. Okay. Let's see what the overall energy is. The Knight of Water. See, there's lovely vibes. Romantic, flirtatious, introspective, enchanting. And look at the frog. Oh my gosh, how cute. Okay, a deeply emotional and probably romantic experience will sweep you off your feet. Things can move very quickly during such whirlwind encounters, so stay balanced and make decisions with both your heart and your intellect. Okay, so there's always that old saying, you know, maybe you've got to kiss a bunch of frogs to find your prince. But essentially, this is saying that there is something in the works. How beautiful. Okay, so there's the 3 of Fire, and the 3 of Fire is the sea turtle. So this is basically the 3 of Wands, which says, I don't chase, I only attract. And not only that, it could be that somebody's sitting on the sidelines. I'll do this tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. There's never going to be a right time to take that leap. But you know what? I always say to people, open your heart. This card says, stop to take time to review and make long-term plans, capitalizing upon your past successes. It's appropriate to put yourself on the, It's appropriate to pat yourself on the back for all your accomplishments, but you may also need patience for the next phase to play out. So acknowledge where you've been, right? Celebrate where you are now, and then make goals for your future. Underlying energy is the Queen of Fire. So talented, brilliant, independent, and charming. Look at this Persian cat. How cute. So cats are, of course, curious and smart. This says, don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. You may have several priorities vying for your attention at once, but you can do it. Well, the Queen of Wands is somebody who gets attention. Everybody looks at her. She has many prospects or suitors or options for that matter. And so essentially she just sits there and she lets people come to her. So this is be confident, strut your stuff. Now with that we have here the Dreamer, and this is the Fool, the shepherd puppy. You are starting a new adventure, run free and take a leap of faith. So essentially follow your dreams. Okay, we're gonna go to the After Tarot. And this is the energy that you might experience in the upcoming days. So let's see what's going on in your headspace. We have Justice. Okay, Libra energy. Equal giving and receiving and balance. This could be paperwork, this could be contracts, or essentially just having a balance in your relationship. Make sure that you're not overgiving, lean back, and allow yourself to receive. So with that, we have the Knight of Cups. So the overall energy before was the Knight of Cups. We're continuing these lovey vibes. So basically, just continue following your heart and being heart-centered. Now, in your person's headspace, we have here the Page of Pentacles. This is what I mean. This is them with an offer. This is having studied and learned new things, and now there's some sort of recognition or some sort of offer coming in. I mean, when someone feels good about themselves, that's when they offer to another person. So this could be an offer in love. We've been talking a lot about lovey vibes. And there you go, there's the Empress. The Empress is the divine feminine energy. This is Taurus and Libra energy. This is birthing a whole new cycle. I mean, usually when we look at the Empress, we think of rabbits, right? We think of that brand new beginning or that new season. So essentially, the Empress is really positive energy here. So it's almost like your person is in a whole new vibe. Now, in your heart space, we have the Queen of Cups. Again, allow yourself to receive. She's somebody who's very intuitive and she loves to overgive, but she also needs to lean back again and trust the process. So with that, we have the Magician. Now, I'm not surprised this would come out because we are basically getting into the pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde. And Mercury retrograde means, you know, make sure you communicate clearly. There could be miscommunications or technology breakdowns or, you know, people popping back up from the past to sort of test the waters. But essentially, make sure that you're being crystal clear in how you feel and what you want. Now, in your person's heart space, we have, the Star card again. You know, it's funny. You had the Star card in your headspace, and now in your person's heart, they have the Star. And you know what? They had the Four of Swords before, and the Four of Swords is all about healing and rest and rejuvenation. This is the major arcana version of that card. So your person is going through major healing. Now, with that, we have the Moon. Well, the Moon, the Star, and the Moon. Isn't that funny? We had the Star and the Sun, and now we have the Star and the Moon. So essentially, the Moon is about purging, surrendering, and letting go. And honestly, if this is in the near future, so to speak, this is really like coming into the full moon that we're going to be having on the 25th. You can almost feel that energy. This is about releasing the old. Overall energy, look at this, 10 of Wands. We're putting the burdens down. You know, that's the energy of like mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally exhausted. And it's basically saying, can't do this anymore. I'm not going to be in that old energy. And the Hanged Man energy, now we have enlightenment and nourishment. See how the Hanged Man is not here by himself? He's got somebody who's giving him that enlightenment and that nourishment. And that's basically coming out of limbo. Now, another angel number is 1010 that we just saw. Underlying energy, there's the Two of Swords. A decision's being made. You know what's interesting? There's two soldiers here. There's a battle. Somebody's got to make a decision. So 222 could very well be an angel number. Just be careful with people popping up from the past who want to test the waters. And look, there's the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands, we had it earlier in your person's side here. Page of Wands is throwing caution to the wind and enjoying life. This basically means, are you making the decision to have a new adventure together? That's really what it comes down to. Okay, so before I let you go, we're going to take a few cards of guidance just to see what else we might need to know here. Let's take one for each side. So for you, we have Water Rabbit. Okay, the rabbits are everywhere. The sweetness of quiet love. Okay, so that energy is brewing. Let's see what else we need to know. In your person side, we have Metal Monkey. Let go of control. So again, this is trusting the process, letting things happen the way that they're supposed to. I really like that. Okay, so please let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. As always, I really appreciate your likes, your subscribes, your comments. If you'd like to do a personal reading with me, the link is in my bio. If you'd like to come to the next full moon Zoom, that will be happening on Friday, March 22nd. The link is also in my bio. Again, thank you very much, and I wish you an amazing week.